Yes then guys, and welcome to the YouTube channel. If you are into FIFA 22 videos, then this is the place to be. We have got how-tos, trading advice, SBCs, pack openings, rewards, explanations, for example how rival rewards work or foot champs, or how to get yourself FGS swaps, etc. much more. Then this is the channel to be. So make sure you hit that subscription button, turn on notifications so you don't miss a future video, and let's just jump straight into today's video. So we are going to do something a bit different today on the channel. We are going to be ranking all of the mid icons. This is based on if you were to do the SBC or the future SBC when it comes out and what you get back in it. So let's say it needs 8 requirements or something like that and it costs around 500, 600k. We're going to be ranking them on that. For example, low tier being SBC players to god tier being the best of the best. So let's just jump into it without further ado. See what we get on here. So we're going to start at the bottom. Nakata, everybody knows this. That is going to be an SBC player all day. If you do that SBC and it's not repeatable and you get yourself Japanese, Cam, Nakata, instant disappointment comes to mind. The card's actually okay in terms of gameplay and stuff like that, but it is not the one you want to be spending all your fodder and your coins on to be doing. Then leads us into Barnes. Barnes is also another one. As soon as you see English, you know it has to be Rio Ferdinand or possibly Sol Campbell. Anyone else is a disappointment. I like Barnes again, good card, but he is not what you want to be spending all those coins on. Leads us into Ashley Cole, Suka, and Guardiola. As you can see here, those three are the same situation. Suka is actually a very good card. Ashley Cole, sorry, is also very good. But again, you do not want to be seeing these cards in the pop-up from the icon tier list. Is one of those. Let me know if you disagree with the first 5 or not, but I generally think that if you see any of those 5 as an automatic L, unless you're a fan of any of those players. Then leads us on to the tricky side. We have got JJ Kocher. JJ Kocher's here because we have already had an SBC out for him already, which was around 500k, I believe, at the time it came out. Obviously, it will be cheaper now if you were to do it. He's probably very cheap on the market as well. Unfortunately, any goalkeepers will go into here as we official out all the goalkeepers here. Schmeichel, as well as any others that I can find. Van der Sar's a different one. He's kind of like the meta goalkeeper, but he'll go in there because nobody really wants goalkeepers, let's be honest. Where is Casillas? He's not here, unfortunately, on the list. We have got Czech, though. We will put Czech in here. And obviously, Casillas, who's not on the list. Any goalkeepers, you don't want a goalkeeper, do you? Let's be honest. When you do an icon, you want the big boys or a mid-tier. You don't want a goalkeeper. We have then got ourselves a Ruud van Nistelrooy that goes into this list, as well as, and hate to say it, but Puyol, fantastic defender in real life. Unfortunately, on this game, he is not the one. With Ryan Giggs as well. Mr. Giggs, always, as soon as you see Welsh, you immediately think Ian Rush or Giggs. Disappointment. The same with Larson. And we're going to go for a bit of a controversial one here. We're going to go Gattuso. Gattuso's actually great in game. You just want him to do the defensive work and nothing else. But he is someone you do not want to see pop up. When you see Italian, you think him or Nesta or Inzaghi, which we will add to the list here. Inzaghi goes straight in. We also have Ian Wright, which is, I'm obviously an Arsenal fan. That's a disappointment, but it is the truth. No one's happy about Ian Wright or Dzeko. Or where is Rui Costa? I know he's around here somewhere. There he is. Rui Costa also goes into this list. There is a lot of people here that go into this list. We have got Frank Lampard. We have got Lineker. But I will put Lineker in a different list, actually, for explaining reasons. Littman, obviously. Littman goes straight in. Who else? Rijkaard isn't the greatest you want to see. We got anybody else here in particular? Nesta, unfortunately, I'd say Nesta slots straight into that position as well. With Bobby Moore, there are some absolute fantastic icons in real life that go into this list. Just do not translate over into FIFA. With Vieira as well. Vieri, sorry. And then we have got ourselves a controversial one here because I'm going to leave some of these out. Unfortunately, Perez does go into this list. Perez is okay. He's just very, very clunky on the ball at times. Doesn't suit the system that well. Overmars is also the same. Very good in-game. But you're just not excited when you see him, are you? Let's be honest. Herrera goes in there. Anybody else I've missed? Riquelme, definitely because of his pace. We're looking like we're getting to the end of the SBC player tiers. We'll double check. We'll make sure we haven't missed anyone in particular. Yashin, obviously being a goalkeeper, goes in, unfortunately. Even though I do like Yashin in this game. He does go in there. Miroslav Klose for definite, especially where we got an SBC with him as well. Anyone else we're looking at here? Lam, no. Gerrard, definitely not. Michael Owen is one of those on the fence. Shevchenko is on the fence. So that would be, for me, the SBC players here. I've probably missed maybe 1 or 2 off here, so I do apologise for that. But as you can see, that is the first tier, as we've got how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22. We've got about 28 to 29 players in that list. And then we are into the small L's. And the small L's are going to be Roy Keane. I love the card, but you don't want to see him that much. Hernandez is the same. With his counterpart, Sanchez, when I find him. The 2 Mexican guys. As soon as you see Mexican flag, instant disappointment. Then we're going to go on to Hadji. Hadji's one of those cards. Oh, Laudrup, I apologise, is definitely an SBC card. That is for sure. We've got Gerrard. Xavi is also a loss. Ian Rush is okay because of his shooting. I wouldn't be excited, but it's better to see Ian Rush than Giggs. That's why he goes into the loss. Schweinsteiger is also in the loss. Again, fantastic passing, dribbling, etc. Just not the greatest in terms of pace. Who else have we got in here? Koeman and Vidic. Again, a lot of people play Koeman as a CDM, which I can kind of see why. And Vidic is okay, just a bit slow at times. So you can see we are building this list up nice and fast. Very difficult to choose all of these. Obviously, I'm just going off past experience. Then I think that is going to be everybody here on the list here. Zambrotta's okay. Is that Raul? I mean, Raul isn't a small L. I like Raul a lot, but again, as soon as you see the Spanish flag, there's no one you want instantly apart from Butcherquenio or possibly Torres. Then that leads us into okay. This is not a dub or an L, it's just an okay. And we're going to start off with Didier Drogba. Fantastic player in real life. Just doesn't quite translate in the game. The same for Ballack. And we have got ourselves Steven Gerrard. I like Gerrard a lot, but it's just not exciting when you see Gerrard. The same for Roberto Carlos, Cliver, Shevchenko, and we have got Michael Owen here with Zanetti. These boys are on the fence. Like, Cliver is very good, but as soon as you see Dutch, you're thinking centre forward, centre forward, centre forward. Not Bergkamp or anyone like that. You want Cruyff, and obviously that's why Bergkamp will also go into this list. Del Piero is fantastic in the game, so we'll leave him. That does put us up to Baggio. Veron, I apologise, is an L. A small L, that's for sure. I didn't see him there. Campbell is a small L, and that's because of English, and as well as Makalele. Then we have got ourselves Seedorf. I like Seedorf a lot. Not a dub, not an L. Because he's Dutch, you think, oh, could have been Hullet, the same position and everything. Henry is unfortunately, and this is going to pay me to say, is a small L. Fantastic player in real life. Again, doesn't translate into FIFA. Nedved is neither a dub or an L. He's a fantastic card, Nedved. We always like a Nedved here. Who else we got here? Zola is also okay. Beckham, unfortunately, is an L. Especially when his SBC was like 300k, I think it was in the end. You don't want yourselves a Beckham at this point in the game. Baresi, there's one we missed. That's an SBC card I've ever saw one. Lineker is also okay. It's probably the best English one you could get apart from Rio Ferdinand or Sol Campbell as a striker. SEN is okay. Feels a bit clunky this year, unfortunately, but it's one of those. We have then going to go up to Alan Shearer. How did I forget Alan Shearer? Unfortunately, he is an SBC card I ever saw one. Fantastic card. No excitement with Alan Shearer, let's be honest. Perlo, is okay. He's going to be okay for me. Fantastic card. Does the job, nothing too exciting, and the same for Petit as well. That then takes us up to the wins. So these are the short dubs. So we have got ourselves, obviously, Cannavaro, fantastic card. Desai, very fantastic card if I can actually put him there. Don't want to put him in there. There he is. Luis Figo's okay. I think it's more the Ronaldo link, if anything, and the right wing. Crespo, I really like Crespo a lot. Then we have, obviously, Ferdinand, which we're dropping there for now. Pop him here. Zambrotta's okay. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, his prime is much better. The same for Kaka. I like Kaka a lot in real life, but again, doesn't translate in the game. Butcherquenio, okay. That's a dub, in my opinion. Stoichkov is a dub. Eto is a definite dub. Then we got Capita. I think he's more of an okay card. You'd be happy to get him, but you wouldn't be like, oh, it could have been someone else. Del Piero is kind of the same in this list as well for me. I think Del Piero is a win. Very good card. Torres is an okay card. Then we've got Trezeguet is an SBC card if I ever saw one. He's the big old troll. Dalglish is obviously a dub, as well as Blanc, but you always want the better version of Blanc. Then we have got Philip Lahm is a dub, of course. Socrates. Socrates is a weird one because some people love Socrates and some people don't. So I'm going to put him in the okay. It's a bit of a dub, not quite an L, but definitely not a huge win. George Best is obviously a win. George Best always translating again, great. Garinchka as well is a very good win. If we can get the card back up, let's just scroll up. Put Garinchka here. Then we've got some of the big boys left. Who else? Rivaldo. Now, this is a controversial one, so I'm going to need to know what you guys think down below. Is Rivaldo an SBC player, a loss, okay, or a dub? So I'm going to stick him in okay. He's much better this year than he has in any other year. And the same for Van Basten. I like Van Basten a lot. His shooting's great, but sometimes you're not excited when you see him. And that leads us to the God tier, which, as you can imagine, is going to be mid Patrick Vieira. We're going to have ourselves Cantona. Cantona's just always a machine on this game. Ridiculously tall. 5-star, 5-star. Hullet being Hullet. We already know the Hullet gang. He is the captain, the connoisseur of that. We have got the legend himself, Cruyff. Eusebio, the guy who can break controllers on his own. Doesn't even need a team around him. Matthias, who can just absolutely destroy your midfield at any point. Ronaldinho, if you want to break more controllers and end up in a compilation video where you get skilled, he's also. Maldini is the best defender in the game. I don't care what anyone says. He is fantastic. Zidane is basically the same as Cantona. Them two together is a horrible combination. Maradona's in it. Rest in peace, Maradona. I think he's a win, but I'll put him up in the God tier because he is an icon in real life, a phenomenal player. Pele is probably the best icon in this game, if not R9, which then leaves us with R9. And then we are stuck with Puskas. Now, Puskas is always expensive. I don't know what anyone else thinks about this. He's always expensive. He finishes everything. But I'm going to put Puskas in a win, not in a God tier. Again, let me know if you disagree. But we have got our list here. So we have got all the SBC cards ranging from Nakata to Trezeguet to Deco to Ian Wright to obviously Inzaghi, Overmars. I mean, the goalkeepers are in it just on the fact that you do the SBC. You don't want a goalkeeper, do you? Let's be honest. Beckham is only a loss because we got his SBC out and it's quite cheap. So you're going to end up losing coins if you did this. Even if you did it with fodder, you're hoping for one of the okay win tiers or God tiers. Obviously, the God tiers, there's no argument for any of these, I don't think, unless someone disagrees with maybe Ronaldinho or something, but I can't see it. And then we've got the win tier here. Every single player here is world class. Crespo is annoying a lot at times. I'd be happy with a Crespo. Then we've got the okay, and that's just how they feel in games sometimes, like Fernando Torres, Van Basten, Drogba. Very good cards, but you always end up changing them in a couple weeks' time. Then we got the loss, which is going to be Roy Keane, Hadji, Raul, Vidic, etc. And then obviously we've been through that. Any questions, or if you disagree with anybody in this list, then let's just talk about it in the comments down below. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscription button, turn on notification bells so it's a future video, and catch you in the next one. See ya. I'm coming with a vision that's cold. You can sit back, chill with a pen and take notes. I haven't got time for the tripping flow. I'ma take my aim with a pen and unload. Cut back spray, let my enemies know when I reach.